I'm going with MLP.
All right.
I just think it's so balanced, and Farsa and Granger late game, the damage they are going to put out, even Brody's damage is going to be a lot to come back with.
So what we're looking at right now, we're going to have Sir Bossy as Esmeralda in the XP lane on the bottom, up against Washiasu with Paquito. In the gold lane, we're going to see Brody up against Clint, and in the mid, we are seeing that Estes as a support.
Yeah, the Hylos Estes taking mid lane.
Yeah, and that Hylos is definitely going to be able to give them some early aggression like we're seeing now. I'm wondering if they're going to try to push to maybe harass the enemy blue, something like that, get in their jungle a little bit, though he is pretty low right now.
Hylos playing really aggressive here, knowing he's got Estes there to back him up.
But that was
oh my god, I thought he was going to take that first blood. That was close.
Yeah, Ray, though, BTK Ray needs to be careful because he's pretty low health here, too. We might see an early game death already. Washiasu rotating up from the bot lane with Esmeralda following behind, and everybody kind of backs off. Nobody gets the... or no, Washiasu does get that Bulbasaur, does get that Cabbage Patch. But again, I'm thinking I would like to see some early game aggression here, but I don't think we're going to see too much invading.
I don't think the invade's going to be there. I think you'll see Hylos and Estes play pretty aggressive, knowing that support's there. Farsa's going to have some trouble with these two. She's not going to put out the damage that you would normally see out of Farsa until later in the game. But she's got that escape ability, that mobility right there, which really helps her out.
Yeah, but her getting caught down there is going to make it so the rest of the team is up here. Granger coming in, and a first blood does go to Brody. Goes to Regrets, capitalizing, getting a first blood onto that Clint. But in comes Extraction, trying to get some retaliation. They are pushing, but the burst damage from that Clint landing on. He dives in, but is not able to finish off that Hylos. He now has to tuck tail and run as Nobody Chan responds with some damage of his own.
Love seeing the clashes like that. You can tell they're probably going to try and steal some gold here on this tower. Barsa's still hanging around. I mean, she does have that mobility to get out of there, but she is pretty low.
Yeah, she didn't hit. She finally hits level 4. Is going to be able to zone them off. Oh my god, some huge damage, but no flame shot or anything to try to capitalize and steal that kill onto STs. We are having the first turtle up tank. And with all of the distraction going up at the top, best player does get the first turtle of the game. Looking at the gold lead, MLP slowly creeping ahead, Tank.
Both teams still pretty close, though. It looks like Esme's going to have bottom lane to herself.
Yeah, Esmeralda's...
Arceus had great mana management here. I would have already... And she escapes there. I would have already had to have gone back twice. I think she's doing a phenomenal job staying in this fight, not having to recall back to the base. That's really helping them out.
Yeah, and also what I also have to point out is Washiasu, the members of EXN, the offlaners at least are doing a pretty good rotation. They're knowing when to come to the mid lane, when to help out in these team fights. But still, when it comes to objectives and losing that first turtle, it's a big loss this early on, and they're going to need to get the next one. And look at MLP coming in, getting another kill onto Clint. Clint slowly falling behind. Hylos caught in the midst of Farsa's ultimate, and more burst damage coming down. That is a 4-player wipe going to the side of Execration. MLP dominating only 4 minutes in.
Granger initiated that, was absolutely aggressive there. I was a bit cautious and a bit worried that he was being too aggressive, but Farsa came up. They all showed up for that support. That was a great clash.
Yeah, and you know, that's something, the side of EXN right now, picking that Estes, they're going to have issues in the early game here. They don't have the damage output, and they don't have the tankiness. They're squishy, and they don't have a lot of damage. And another big pick from, oh my god, a great pick from BTK's Ultra diving into the tower. But like I was saying, they just don't have any real damage output right now. They're going to need to play for the late game to where Estes can scale. But I don't think MLP wants to give them the time. They are trying to end this quickly, just diving in these towers, Tank.
MLP says, give me mid lane. That's all I want.
they're playing extra aggressive right now. I think they know they don't want to deal with SDs at 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So they are just going to try to push like they're doing now. Sir Bossy securing another kill onto Washiasu.
I think you're absolutely right. They know they have early game, and they are playing very aggressive and confident, and you can see that in the rotation.
Yeah. They take another turtle. The gold lead is now almost 7,000, 6,800, something like that, or 5,800. That is a lot for 5.5 minutes. That is a big lead. If they can just play smart at this point, keep on pushing steadily, the game will definitely go to them.
Yeah, one of their major damage dealers is Paquito, and he's stuck on bottom lane, and Esme's just keeping him down there, which takes him out of the fight. And right now, they just don't have the damage they need in these clashes right now.
Yeah, and with Clint having those early game deaths, it's going to take even longer for him to scale, and them now going down, but a nice hit from that Paquito onto Nicolette. He does go back under tower. Best player trying to get some ult shots off on him, but it looks like EXN does not want to stop. They do get a nice pick onto best player, but he quickly gets out of the CC and starts firing back. Ray, Zoltra popping a first kill, knocking up that Hylos. Hylos has a sliver of health, gets taken out by best player. This is not looking for execration. More damage coming in. Gosu regrets taking out Clint.
Paquito trying to get away, but can he? Oh, Farsa
no, they're just getting annihilated. The dive coming in. A double kill, a triple kill on Nicolette. Execration now 1-15, falling sharply behind Tank.
This looks like my first ever MCL, and not on the good side of it.
Yeah, they're definitely falling behind quickly. I don't know if there's much they can do to save this game. At this point, they're just going to have to huddle up, hug towers, and defend and hope. Oh my god. You know, it's plays like that, Tank. Like, at this point, they can't be trying to get their jungle. They just need to kind of cut the arm off and save the body, you know?
Absolutely.
They go out there and they're going to get picked.
This farm. I mean, like you talked about earlier, we're looking at a 9,000 gold difference right now.
Oh, more engages. BTK Zoltra diving in the towers, not worried about
Granger coming over to try and clean up here.
Yeah, Granger does come in, but they still, another 2 members down. The only person that died on the side of them is Zoltra. Tank, what do you at this point, what do you think EXN can really do to possibly turn this game around?
The only thing they can do is sit back in their base and farm and hope for a clash back inside their inhibitor turrets where they can knock out a couple members. It's obvious they're not going to win outside of their base right now. They need the gold. They're completely underfarmed. 11,000 gold down. Yeah, I would not be playing aggressive at all if I was them.
Yeah, at this point,
and that's very hard for me to say because I love getting thirsty.
Hopefully they can at least get this blue buff, but Zoltra sitting in the bush trying to check other ones. You know, they're really just needing to play back. They cannot even take a team fight. There's no way they can win a 5v5 right now with the gold lead in the hands of MLP, and it looks like that's what they're doing. It looks like they're backing off a little bit. They know they can't win if they keep on trying to go head-to-head with them.
Brody poking here with that distance. Granger looking for an in. They're going for the damage dealer Paquito, and they have him isolated and taken out. This clash could be it.
They get that middle inhibitor tower. Some more damage coming onto Estes. A triple kill, the best player. Can he cop himself a maniac? This Nicolette takes the 4th kill, but it's all right. Sir Bossy sitting inside of the base, not worried. This could be a quick game. You said you're wondering if these games are going to go fast or slow, and it looks like game 1 of the night is going to be a fast one, Tank.
It does look that way. We knew that MLP had the early game draft. If they can finish this up, it doesn't look like they're going to have any pushback. It looks like they're going to walk right through this.
Yeah, Esmeralda going in, taunting. A big ult coming in from Koopa with the flicker. Now, Regrets coming in, cleaning up, takes out Clint. What a beautiful ult that was from BTK's Ultra, flickering inside, hitting them against the wall, and setting up a perfect set for the rest of his team tank.
So you did see, I mean, they really did take, for the first time in that clash, they took some damage, had to back off. It doesn't look like they're going to recall. They're going to stay up there, freeze the lanes, keep the pressure on.
But see, and like right there, every time they try to come in, Nicolette's there ready to zone them away. Every time best player gets a little caught off from that Paquito, here comes Farza coming in to pop her ult and zone the rest of the team away from her team.
Making the smart play here, backing off, going and taking Lord, just to make sure that we don't give them that extra chance. We're at 10.5 minutes now with the Lord coming.
Yeah, it's looking rough for EXN. MLP closing in, freezing lanes. It doesn't even look like they're freezing lanes. They want to take this as quick as possible. Huge damage coming in from Farza and best player. Double kill going to Granger. They are going to finish this game right now and not waste any more time. They didn't.
That was, I mean,
textbook.
you know, I was a bit worried when I saw the support and the tank pick on the draft. And I thought maybe they had a plan, maybe they had an idea, but I just can't ever see that. I can't ever see that winning. You just don't have the damage. The damage is not there with a support and tank on the same team, especially when you've got some massive damage dealers like Farsa, Granger, Esme that can take it. Brody, when